Okay, so we've got our length of lining paper that are ready to hang vertically. So what you need to do is get your fingers underneath where you've got the opening in the paper. The 2/3 that we did when we pasted it on the table, that will normally be a case of that will be the top of your paper. So if you need to, you can carry it around like that. Have the 2/3 facing you. And then what you do is you're going to start that off, and then you need to get basically in a pinching motion like that to hold the paper. Now the important thing to do now, so you don't end up with a big pile of paper on the floor and two little triangles of paper in your hands, when you're going to present this to the wall, you need to put your foot out and just catch it as it comes down, and then you can pull that up and get that to where you need it to go. Now again, same as when we did the concertina fold, concentrate on what's going on your line at first. Don't worry about what's going on over here. So basically just try and line that all up and get that as far as you can, not worrying about the fold that you've got at the bottom so far. Again, just gently smooth out with your hand. And what you can do then, get your smoothing brush. Again, removing all your air pockets, so you can see a big air bubble here. So from the middle and chasing those out all the time out to the edges. And this bit here, turn the bristles around so they're going up to there, force them into the edge, try and get a nice sharp edge on there. Again, from the middle, chasing them all out. So once you've got that to there, you can leave the bottom bit alone. So we're going to cut off the top as we're up here. So we've got a sharp pencil again. Run that along the edge. This is the time when you use your ear. And you can pull this away. Get this into a position where you're comfortable enough to cut. And then basically, same process, using as much of the blade as possible without completing a whole cut. If it comes to it, if your off cut gets in your way, you can always tear that piece off and then restart. You should be able to keep control of it. And if it gets to the end here, I'm just going to tear that off, cut off, just so it's out of the way. Make sure you fold it up. That way then it keeps it nice and tidy, nice and safe. And the last piece you've got here. Fold that in. And with your smoothing brush, smooth out. And the important thing then, of course, is make sure you get your sponge with a bit of soapy water on it, wipe off the top, and then you can go down and we're going to repeat the process at the bottom. Right, so the final process of hanging up your vertical length of paper. So we've got it down to this point here, all smoothed out. So you pull this up, just gently pull out the overlap that you've got, making sure you don't tear it. Just feed it down to the floor. Again, just smoothing out with your hand at first. And you get your smoothing brush from the middle, again chasing out to your edges. Trying to get that nice and tight in there. Pencil into that. Normally you'll find at first that this will be the cut that you'll find the easiest. The easiest cut is this one at the bottom. Because you're reaching up and trying to do that one at the top, you can find that a lot harder, so you need a lot more practice with it. This one you should be able to pick up pretty quickly. So you pull this out, same process as before, following the pencil mark. You don't have to worry this time about the paper coming down and hanging over where you're trying to cut. So you've got a nice easy sight line. Again, this isn't going to be the most precise method, but getting your scissor skills better and better and better will help you in the long run when it comes to doing all your different wallpapering. So again, fold in your offcut so it's easily thrown away, no health hazard, and then smoothing out. And you're ready to go on to the next one.